We're live. I know it's been a minute or two, but I really wanted to take some time that I actually have down for me time and actually give you guys something because it does light me up. So I want to wait a few seconds. I know it's a little unexpected. I love doing these surprise lives for people, but I want to make sure that as many of you who I have actually given a sneak peek of what I'm about to talk to today actually have a chance to come on and say hi. Let's see who else do we have here. Invite. Moving a little slow. Hopefully this doesn't get blurry today. Oh boy. All right, come on and say hi as you do. Let's see here. All right, I think that's enough. I don't want to go too crazy. All right, who is here? Oh, well, hey everybody. Simone, Dorothy, hi guys. Nice to see everybody. Okay, let's make sure I can see my comments. I wasn't able to earlier today, so just making sure. All right, say hi. Hi, everybody. It's good to see everyone here. I know it's been a few seconds since I've been live for you all. Hi, Simone. But I wanted to come on and talk about something that's been coming up a lot lately in a lot of my coaching sessions with everybody, whether it's one-on-ones or groups. You guys know there's a lot happening here right now. And one of the reasons I want to talk about this specific thing today is because there's a lot of growth happening here. A lot of new members. I love seeing you all. Welcome if you are new. And a lot of you are really ramping up. You're really taking advantage of all of the trainings, all of the options that I have for you. And there's just one big message that I want to give you as you are getting ramped up, as you are getting going, as you're taking those first steps to really building your heartfelt business. And that is to really consider the design of your business. Really think about it. Do we want to have an off-the-rack business, or do we want to have a designer business? Well, we can't really answer that unless we know what that means. So we want to really think about our industries. And in general, the service-based industry, whether you're a wellness coach or a business coach or a social media manager or a VA or a light worker or anything like this, we can all say that our industries have certain basic standards that pretty much go across the board. We see things, we do things, people have packages, they've got their 3-month, they've got their freebies, they've all got these things. But yeah, they're necessary. They are absolutely necessary. Think about how we're designing our business. Are we doing it with intention? Are we doing it consciously creating a design for our business? Or are we just looking around at the industry and saying, okay, this is what I do. Time to get in line. Time to get all of these pieces together for myself, just like everybody else has them, and keep going. And neither of these are wrong. Neither of them are wrong. And you can be very, very successful with what I call an off-the-rack business, but you are going to have a lot more fun, and you're going to grow a lot faster, and you're going to become a voice in your industry much more easily if you design your business for yourself, based on yourself. So let's think about that. Those of us who are especially new to our industries, we're like, okay, I got to get a website. I got to put together these packages. I got to talk to these people. I need to do this and this and this and this and this and this. That's fine. Yes, we do need to do these things, but the way we design these things is really, really important. So I really want you to think about where you're getting your inspiration for the design of your business. Yes, we can all go, to Filene's basement and get something off the rack, and it'll probably look really good on us, right? But let's think about how we really want to have our business. We want to have our business be a discount like that. We don't want to do that for ourselves. So what we really want to talk about here, intentions behind it. Now, when we really think about how a person designs anything, whether it's their life or their business or a building or anything else, most of the time it's something in your head that you cannot see. You cannot see it. And those of us who stay right in the middle, where it's like not super successful, but not really, killing it, but we're right in the middle there, we're comfortable. Those are the people who generally look around and say, okay, this is my industry, and oh, this is my place in my industry, and then build it from there and say, okay, I'll get to that, or when I have X amount of clients or X amount of dollars, I can move to the next step and the next step and the next step. That is definitely an okay way to look at it, but I want you to think about something a little bit differently. Instead of your position in your industry defining your thinking and your design for your business, let's think about how your thinking and your design for your business affects your industry instead. Really, really think about it. Let's do it again. Does your place in your industry define the way that you think about and design your business? Or does the way that you think and design your business define your place in your industry? So for example, me, I decided to go the designer route from the very beginning. Most of you know I've been doing this for less than a year. It'll be a year on December 6th, I think it was, my first live ever. And here I am. I designed this based on my feelings, my beliefs, my internal desires. I looked around at the industry and said, nope, I'm not doing it that way. That does not suit me. That doesn't fit my values, doesn't fit my goals. It doesn't fit my timeline even. I'm not going to, no baby steps here. I don't do that. Let's run, let's go, and let's change the paradigm. And I first wanted to change it for myself. Then I wanted to change it for all of you. And now I want all of you to change it right along with me. And that is crazy, right? Absolutely insane. But it is so not the industry standard that it worked. It worked. Any of you who have done sessions with me know that my system is inside out, upside down, backwards, louder when everybody's quiet and quiet when everybody's louder. Pretty much the opposite of what I see, what I witness, and what I experience in my industry. And the coaching business is really, it's big. And being a business coach can be tough because it's a very saturated market. Almost everybody feels like, yeah, I can do that. Definitely make that happen for you. But for me, it's different. It's got to be different for me. My business now that I've designed it, I don't have limits or boundaries or norms. I don't have these things. And I've been pushing, I've been looking for my boundaries. And the fact that I designed my business to not have them in the first place probably means I'll never find one. But maybe I've still got an eye out for the boundaries. So we really want to think about that. Does where you are in your industry, if you're new, if you're maybe a little less qualified, if you've got imposter syndrome, whatever it might be, does that define how your business is and the kind of success that you have? Or do your desires and your will and your ingenuity design your place in your industry? I chose to have a stronger place in my industry than most people would think I deserve. I've gotten some flack for it too. Like, who do you think you are? You haven't paid your dues. Like, nobody told me there were dues. Here I am. I'm just showing up and I'm doing it. So we really want to take that into consideration. Oh, hi, Helen. Hi. Oh, wow. Lots of comments all of a sudden. Hi, everybody. So we really want to take into consideration where we are and how that affects us, or how we affect it. Where do we want to be? And how are we going to get there? And there's ways to do this. There is a way to really shift your entire mindset about your business and your industry. You can remove the industry altogether, be like, screw it, I'm on my own, lone wolf. I don't suggest that. You want to collaborate and you want to be a part of it. And you want them talking about you and you want to be uplifting them. You don't want to be competing against them. I highly recommend that you ask yourself, who am I and want and desire? And how am I going to use that to affect my industry and affect my place and my name in that industry? I'm not waiting. I'm not going to just, tiptoe my way into my industry and say, okay, is it my turn yet? Is it my turn finally? No, is it my turn? Please, is it my turn? You don't wait for turns. This isn't how it is. This isn't a single file lifestyle that you're building for yourself. You're building a business in a very saturated industry. So really consider, what do you want? Think about it. Visualize the kind of business that you want. I was crazy enough a year ago to be like, I'm going to be big. I'm going places. I'm changing things. I'm taking names and I'm going to nurture those names. I'm really going to do this. I will be an author. I will be a speaker. I will be everything to everything that I need to have. I really am going to just do it. And I'm not going to wait 6 years to make that happen. I'm not going to do the baby steps. I'm just going to jump in and make it the way that I need it to be for me. And that's really, really, really powerful. So how do I do it? How do we go? Yeah, no, stop shaking your phone. Please don't break your computers. I'm going to help you out here. What you're really going to want to do is change the way that you think and believe. It's really kind of that simple. Trying to not to oversimplify this. Changing the way that you think and believe into something that's bigger. If you want your business to not be a component of an industry, but you want your industry to work for your business, then let's reverse a lot of what it is that we're working with or against and really just make it something that we're just rebuilding for ourselves. For example, if you were to make the same recipe over and over and over and over and over again, every day, every meal, over and over and over again, it would be delicious probably the fourth or fifth time. That's how I learned how to cook. But it would be less and less and less every time because you're not learning anything. You're not adding anything new to it. And it tastes exactly the same, but it won't taste as good to you or the people that you keep feeding it to because it's the same thing. You're not learning, you're not growing, the recipe is not changing. So we want to think about it when we think about our business. We want to really understand that if you think and feel and believe and do the same things, the industry standards, then you're not going to grow in your industry. You're not going to change your industry. And that's the fact that it's so saturated, it has to change in order to accommodate all of your power, all of your giving, all of everything that you have. It has to change. Otherwise, you're just going to be fitting more and more fish into a smaller and smaller pond, and nothing's going to change, and we're all just going to struggle. So every single one of us needs to start thinking outside of the box. We really want to start thinking bigger than what we're seeing. We want to start thinking wiser than what we're witnessing. We want to start imagining things in a way that normally we would be told, don't go there. Don't go there. You're setting yourself up for something here. Yeah, you're setting yourself up for success. You have to think outside the box. You have to think bigger. Your muscles don't grow unless you pick up something heavier every time. Your mind doesn't grow unless you learn something new and create those new connections and synapses. Your business isn't going to grow unless you do something that's not being done. Think about all of the things that you want for your business. If you want to run your business from the top of an elephant, imagine it and do it. See what you can do. I don't know if that would be weird, but see what you can do. And for me, I imagined a business that was completely based on giving and pro bono and serving people who need to be served and creating different paradigms and not just breaking other ones, but creating new ones. And I was like, yep, that's what I'm doing. And I didn't stop. I tested it. It worked. Tested it some more, it worked. Looked for some boundaries, didn't see any. Looked for some norms that might be sneaking into my business, didn't see any there, and I just kept going. And now here I am, less than a year later. I know some of my clients who've been doing this for 4, 5, 6 years, spent tens of thousands of dollars on all these coaches and all these funnels and all of these people who are saying, this is how you do it. This is how the industry works. And they haven't gotten anywhere because they are being put further and further and further into a box. And what they really need to be doing is being coached to come out of that box and think bigger and think really, really extravagantly. Craziness. People in the beginning, she's a flash in the pan. She's not going anywhere. That's a crazy idea. She's going to go broke doing that. And for me, then I even expected it to. But the thing is, I expected it to. And that's where we talk about things like design, desire, and doubt. Because we want to make sure we have the right recipe. Going back to that recipe, we want to keep adding things. So you have to have the right foundational elements to your recipe for the design of your business. And so many of us, we're like, yeah, I want that. I believe in myself. I have been visualizing this and doing all of the meditations and everything I need to do in order to really see this in my head. I'm successful in my business, and I'm going on tours, and I'm having retreats, and I'm just surrounded by success and happiness and balance and all of these things. You're visualizing it, and it's feeling really, really good. As soon as you come out of that meditation, you're going to feel doubt. That's where it is. That's that one piece of the recipe that we don't need. We don't need that. We don't need, lime juice in our coffee. Even when my husband does that, that's weird. We don't need that. We don't need that recipe. So what we want to do is fix the recipe. Fix that. Fix doubt. Because if we have desire, that's amazing. That's a vision that's being created there for you. But if you have doubt right behind it, then we have an issue because we have an imbalance. Your mind and we can't be working with that because we're just going to stay stuck. And if we stay stuck for too long, you're just going to end up going backwards. And we don't want that. If we're stuck, let's get going. Let's going. But at the same time, we know we got to get out of that box and don't find another box. Don't find any new boxes. Don't join my box. Don't join anybody else's box. Let's figure out what your design really looks like. So we need to remove the doubt. And that is harder than it sounds sometimes, because it can be like, oh, but this person, oh, but that person, oh, but that person, oh, but that person is doing all of these things that we're like, oh, I really want to do that, but they're doing it. Or they're probably better at it than me. Or I'm not qualified. I'm just not qualified. I just don't think I should do that. I have to pay my dues, work my way up. This isn't, we're entrepreneurs. There's no corporate ladder here. And our competition is not here to hold us down or set a bar for us or tell us what the temperature is outside. No bars, no thermometers, just go. If it's warm, it's warm. I can tell. If it's cold, I know it's cold. I don't need my competition to tell me that. And that's where the sense of competition really comes in. And all of you know, I don't believe in competition. I believe in collaboration. So if somebody that I want to collaborate with comes and tells me, oh, it's a little too warm for that today, I'll be like, okay, you can sit this out. I'll go get a fan and I'm going to do it. I'm going to make it happen. And then really keep moving. Just keep moving. But we really want to believe in yourselves. And you can do it. It does take some work though. It takes some exercise because everybody has doubt. You wouldn't be human if you didn't have doubt. Even the Dalai Lama has doubt, I'm sure. If he doesn't, okay. But we want to make sure that we remove that doubt. And this is an exercise that I think is really, really helpful for me because my brain does work this way. And a lot of us entrepreneurs do as well. A lot of times we're being told, use affirmations, just talk yourself out of having negative thoughts. And that doesn't work for me. I don't know, for a lot of people it probably works, but for me it's a quick fix. It's a Band-Aid if I'm having a stressful moment or something like that. But for actual, real, true life in my DNA, I believe this. I have to work at it again, upside down, inside out, and backwards. I actually make lists of things that I need to not be doing that create doubt for me. List of things. And whether it's doubt in my life, doubt in my business, doubt in my parenting, relationships, all of that. I actually make a list of the things that I have to remove so that I don't have that doubt anymore, whether it's procrastination or whether it's self-doubt or if it's sleeping in too late. You all know I'm working on that. All of these little things that lead to doubt. Teeny tiny things, negative habits, negative self-talk, not taking enough care of myself, not taking time off from work, allowing myself to come so close to burnout that it scares me. And then I have to be like, oh, let's back off a little bit further than I need to. We want to really remove all of the things that cause doubt, all of the situations, all of the circumstances, as best you can, the people that cause doubt. And it can be little things. Think about the little things. Is it, oh my gosh, I have only 2 rolls of toilet paper left in the bathroom. I should be better at this by now. I'm 35 years old. Little things like that, a little bit of doubt in your head. And especially when it comes to your business. You're like, oh man, I forgot to respond to that email. Doubt. Oh, no. Don't do that. Create systems for yourself if you have to. Reminders for yourself. Get an accountability buddy. All of these little things that remove the situations and circumstances that create doubt will remove doubt. We can't talk over doubt. We can't scream affirmations at it and expect it to go away. It's not going to work like that for us. So we really want to make sure that doubt is not a part of our recipe. Okay, so what should our recipe be built on? What else do we have? Yes, design and desire, but what about that design? What are the elements of that design? And it can be anything that you want it to be. Mainstream industries, like what we're in here, and then not so mainstream, like many of us here, a lot of their elements are based on things like marketing and cachet, whether those, be even fiction or nonfiction, I don't know, or it can be based on, finances and, ebbs and flows, how they, seasonal to it. But let's really get to the more transformational side of building and marketing your business and look at the elements there and really think of what it is about you. What do you have? Not all the other businesses in your industry. What do you have that you can put together in a recipe for yourself that is going to design your business the way that you want to see it happening, however you want that to be. If it's on top of an elephant, that's fine, but we need to figure out how to get there. And so really think about the elements. I asked earlier today in the group, what is it that builds your business? Is it this and this or this and this? And a lot of you came up with really great answers. And there's no wrong answer here. Me personally, my business is built on ingenuity and empathy. And I coach all of my people to help to at least start with this foundation and then add their things into it. Because this has always worked for me. This is who I am. It's worked for me since I was like 6. It's been who I am, somebody who can really think of things and be creative and solve problems with the things around me, and empathy, being able to solve problems for other people and really make sure that that's my focus before I solve anything for myself. And it also helps me to prevent having problems for myself as well. So it's really, really powerful. So think about that. What are your elements? What are the ingredients to your recipe? A lot of you, heart and soul and blood, sweat, and tears, whatever that is, use it. Bank on it. Make that the foundation of your design. My business is based on ingenuity and empathy. Therefore, I came up with successfully a business that is exactly that. Completely off the cuff. What? She's doing it pro bono and she's still making money. How is this working? And it's based on empathy because I'm making sure that the people who need help get the help that they need. These two things working really well together, side by side. Yours doesn't have to be built on that. It can be. Take it. Anything I have, anything I give you, take it, run with it, copy and paste me. I don't care. I'm not worried about being plagiarized here. So think about it. What can you add to your recipe once you remove doubt? Once doubt is completely just not there. Oh my gosh. No, I can do anything. What do I want to do? What do I do it with? How do I design my business? And you design your business by looking around you at your industry and seeing what the standards are, what the boundaries are, where the ladders are and aren't, and completely blow it up. Just blow it all up. Think bigger than what you're seeing. Think broader than what you're witnessing. Think more creatively than what everybody else is doing, and really do it. And the best way to do that, again, is without doubt, and just be louder, be bolder, be stronger, be wiser, be more ingenious, just be different and grow. You have to always be growing. But that's for another live. I know I've been going on here for a bit. Want to make sure I don't have any unread comments here. Oh, it's frozen on me. So I'll come back and look at the comments for you guys. But if you have any questions on this, because it is a lot to really consider, like, wait, everybody's doing it though. But is everybody successful? Is everybody massively successful by doing it this way? By setting up this funnel, and this funnel, and setting up this program, and this program. They're all doing the same thing. So the industry is not growing. The industry is not getting any better. So your place in it is irrelevant. How about we make your place in it based on the way that you think, the way that you design yourself, your life, and your business. All right. I think I've rambled enough. I get a little excited about these topics, but I will see you all again soon. We are going to be talking very soon about giving. Give you some of my ingenuity that I use to build my business so that you can be giving and receiving at least in tandem, at least, if not better, because there are certain ways. So I want to talk about how I can give and still do things like, manipulate the algorithm, make sure that every time I give, I'm taking something off of my plate as well, so I have more time and space for myself and my own personal growth as well. So that is coming up, and there will be lots of materials to go with it, blogs and all of these sorts of things as well. So please stay tuned for all of that. I'll give you all a heads up before I start doing that boot camp for you. And please come to me with your questions. And if you are already one of my programs and you're watching this and I just kind of confused you or like, oh, what do I say? Just reach out to me. You know what's going on. I'm here for all of you, whether you're, and you all know that. I don't have to tell you. All right, guys, I'm going to stop talking. Have a good day.